Hello, if you're watching this video, this message will be for you. Okay. I feel like you're someone who's not easy. You're not someone who can open up easily. Okay? I feel like you're not someone who can open up easily. Like, I feel like you rather have this tough exterior about you than to like show any cracks in your life where it could seem like you don't have everything put together or you don't have any weaknesses. Like, I feel like you try your best to like maintain a certain image about you and about your life, but I feel like it's not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like you have your intentions about it, not in like in a disingenuous way. I don't know if disingenuous is a word. Not in like a fake way, whereas like you're trying to like deceive people or like live a fake life, but it's more so of like trying to like really show more of your value or like show more of your strength rather than your weaknesses. Like, I feel like you're like this. Like, I feel like you kind of are aware of like your surroundings and your environment and like how things happen. Like, I feel like you have a very like good eye when it comes to like observation. Like, I feel like you're the type of person, I don't know why this just popped up in my head. Like, you're the type of person like you need to like, I don't know if this is like an OCD thing, but like not OCD, but like you need like when you walk into a building, you need to know where the exit is. You need to know like the exits. You need to know like the exit points, like the doors. Like I or maybe not. I feel like it's more so like, I don't know, like having some sort of like control in that sense. Whereas I feel like a lot of things in your life you don't have control of, but like little things like that you can have a little bit of control of. And I feel like you kind of like you kind of view knowledge as having a little bit more control. I feel like your way of thinking is not like the average person way of thinking. Like, I feel like you have more so of a unusual style of thinking when it comes to like your way of doing things or your like perception of things. Like, I feel like you also try to control like the perception of how others view you as well. It's more so, like I said, it's not more to like deceive other people, but to more so like to display more of your strength and to like display more of your value. Because I feel like it's important for you to like uphold or like maintain this like sense of worth or this sense of value when it comes to like yourself. But also I feel like it doesn't necessarily have to like only be about just you, but like also for like other people. Like, I feel like you kind of like do things or like just like intentionally withhold information from certain people because you know that yes, it's not so much of like caring about people's perception, or maybe you do, but more so of like really, like I said, like having withholding or upholding your perception at a certain standard or at a certain like value. Like, I feel like that's very, very important, not only for yourself but like for other people, because if they see you in a certain light, then they can see themselves in a certain light. So I feel like, I don't know, it's a weird way of like saying it, but I feel like is exactly what I'm saying. Like I said, you don't have any bad intentions of like withholding information or like really just like trying to deceive people or being fake. I feel like if anything, you're more like honest than you are like fake, because I feel like you are a no bluff type of person. Like, I feel like you like to like, you're a straight shooter and you don't really like to sugarcoat things. But also I feel like it kind of just like contradicts of what I just said. Or like you want to like uphold this certain image about yourself and like how people view you. Doesn't really necessarily have to be a bad thing, doesn't necessarily have to be a good thing, but I feel like you kind of know your own true intentions, and that's all that really matters, really, truly. Also, I feel like it's kind of like a reverse psychology thing. I feel like you kind of like do this tactic like it's kind of like to like reveal more. It's kind of like a reverse psychology in a way, or like a tactic to like reveal other people's true intentions, you know? Because like I said, you know your own true intentions, but like you don't know other people's. So it's like it's very, very odd. I don't know. I feel like some you have like learned, or like you have been taught certain skills where I feel like you even adapted in your environment, where like you picked up certain things and you kind of like apply it to your everyday life. Or like this could be even like narcissism. Not to say like narcissism is a completely negative thing, but I feel like you could have picked up narcissism traits and like turn it into positive, or turn it into like your own benefit. Doesn't necessarily mean that I'm calling you a narcissist, okay? But you could have like had an upbringing of like being around people like that, and really like 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 unintentionally picking up those traits, right? Like just like trying to like like trying to snuff out like the bad people, like the bad apples in the world. I don't know why I'm like getting I just adjust this. I don't know why I'm like getting this. That was just like before the Hierophant. I don't know why I'm like getting this up, but like you see how like okay, like there's a balancing pillar. It's exactly like that. Like I feel like you kind of just have a good balance of those traits when it comes to like your everyday life. Like I feel like you've applied these reverse psychology tactics or tricks with people, and like you have like successfully like snuffed out people. Because I feel like there had been someone who, you know, maybe just be like being around you for, you know, not with the best intentions, but like you kind of are aware of like, I don't know, I feel like you just have a good like awareness when it comes to like the people around you, and you have a good balance of like dark psychology and like using certain tactics to like really snuff out the bad apples that's around you, and the people who aren't there for, you know, for good intentions, and they're just there, you know? So I feel like you have a good balance when it comes to that. And also with like even like your ego, like I feel like you have like a good balance with your ego. Like I feel like whereas like certain people may have like a big ego, and like too much of an ego to the point where like they can't progress, or they can't listen, they're not willing to listen, they're not willing to like, you know, like learn anything new, learn anything better, or like gain that new experience. Whereas I feel like for people with like less ego, they can't really they can't really progress in life either, because they need some sort of ego to like defend themselves, and to like actually like stand up for themselves, for themselves, and like actually like progress in life. So I feel like when it comes to like certain traits like that, I feel like you kind of are aware of that, or you're kind of like knowledgeable of that of some sorts. And like I feel like you're just, I don't say like a people person, but like you are aware of like people. Okay, like I feel like you have experienced like bad people, you experience really, really good people. So I feel like you have like a really good, I don't know, like a good skill when it comes to like being around certain type of people. Seven of Cups. So I feel like you kind of like have like the gist of like your surroundings, and like who in the people around you. But also I feel like there's someone in your life right now who's living vicariously through you. I don't know why. They're living vicariously through you in a way like I feel like they are lacking or missing something that you have. But I feel like that's like the dynamic. It's a weird dynamic. The Magician and what is this, Nine of Wands? I feel like I still have to count. Like I feel like you, oh, Ten of Wands, sorry. Like I feel like you are living a life that I don't want to say that they want, but like they are just like, it's not even envy, it's more so of like living vicariously through you. Like I feel like you're someone who just, like I said, you don't like to show the cracks in your life. You don't like to show like the real challenges in your life, because you want to uphold this certain image about yourself. But not to like say like you're trying to be fake, because you're not trying to do anything. You're just trying to uphold an image, and not only, like I said, for yourself, but like for other people. And like people kind of see that about you, and they kind of admire that about you. There's just something about you that is just like, I don't know, like you have everything together. You have like your shit together. And maybe you don't even feel that way yourself, but like, I don't know, on the outside it looks perfect. It looks clean, it looks tidy, it just looks like ideal. Exactly. That's the perfect word. I feel like you are ideal when it comes to like that type of stuff. Like I feel like also like there's some sort of feminine energy that it's hold like some sort of like significance in your life. So I don't know if this is like a someone with with a lot of feminine energy, but I feel like there's someone, maybe your mother, your sister, and a girl, someone in your life who just hopes like a very like important part of your life. What did I just say? They hold like a very important part in your life. And I just got the Lovers, and the Lovers and the Magician, and Ace of Cups. What did I just say? Like, I'm not even looking at these cards. I'm just talking, and like this is like what happens. So I feel like there's someone who just holds like a very like important value in their life when it comes to like the feminine side. I don't know. But I feel like you also like you hold more of like masculine energy than you do feminine. So I feel like you have like a lot of respect for like feminine, or you show like your respect and your gratitude for the other side of it, because that is something that you lack. Because like I said, you like to have a good, more of a good balance in their life, and I feel like whatever you lack, you kind of just hold a little bit more respect towards that thing, because you want to like get better, you want to progress, you want to like improve. So I feel like that is just such a good trait about you. Like I feel like you kind of like see what you kind of are aware of like what you lack, and you are aware of like respecting what you don't have, and respecting or like showing gratitude of like what you lack or what you're missing and what you know that you lack. Like I said, you have a really good but a really good balance of your ego, a really good balance of like your way of thinking, your way of life. Like I feel like you're a very like fair and balanced person when it comes to that. And maybe that is why you are viewed as ideal. You're viewed as someone who someone else can look up to and like really admire and like really aspire to be, because you do uphold this image, even though you know you do this at a cost or at a price where you don't really, it doesn't really bother you or faze you, whether or not if it may seem like it can be a little bit deceiving or a little bit fake, because you do withhold like certain information, or withhold like just like the little things in your life that I feel like, you know, you probably feel like it just doesn't benefit you or benefit anyone else in any shape or form. Because I feel like I said, you like to have like a balance in your life, but also like to, like withhold like this certain image or certain standard about yourself, because you do it more so for others as well. Because if they see you in a certain light, then they see themselves, and they can see themselves in that certain light as well. So I feel like, I don't know, that is just a very like weird, odd way of thinking. You're a very odd person. Like I feel like you're the type of person who a friend or someone close to you can like talk to you all night, because you really have a weird, I don't want to say a weird way of thinking, but like you have a very intricate, I don't know, intricate, why did the word intricate come up right now? But like a very complex way of like thinking, and you kind of like see it in the most like unusual way of thinking as possible. Like I feel like you kind of like say things in a, or say, or like, I'm talking too fast. You kind of like say things, like you kind of like just express your thoughts in a way that an average person would never think of. You know, like I feel like where there's like a, if there's like a square, I feel like you kind of like see that square as like a 3D or 4D dimensional. Like you see every corner of that square. I don't know what the heck I'm saying. Like I feel like if you, I feel like if you were to think of a square right now, you kind of think of it as like a 4-dimensional square. You see like all the corners, you know. Whereas feel like if I mention squares to like an average person, they kind of like just see like a box. What the heck am I saying? Yeah, like a four lines, a box, but you see like the 4-dimensional box. Like you see every corner, every nick and corner, and every line. Do you know what I'm saying? Probably don't, but yeah, I feel like you're very like unique and different in that type of way. Like you're very like, I don't know. Not only are you good with energy, but I feel like you're good with like just like with like people and like how like psychology works and like reverse psychology. Like I feel like you have always had an interest in that, and I feel like that kind of just like made you who you are today. And not only that, but like also like being your environment. Like maybe you have to like adapt in your environment and like really like observe people, certain people who may not have been the best people, but like you have really like learned from them. So I feel like you kind of like take your falls and like make it your wins. Like you probably have, I feel like you're someone who just have lived a life where like of struggle, or like you lived in an environment of struggle or just like unhappiness, and you kind of just like, I don't know, it kind of like molded you in a way where I feel like you kind of just, it made it, you molded that into like your barrier, like your armor in a way. I feel like that just became like your armor. I feel like what the heck am I saying? I don't know. But I feel like I always say this in every video. So, but I feel like you kind of just like made it your armor, and it's just like, I know, it's maybe that is why like you just have like this image about you today that I feel like others are viewing you, and I feel like there's just someone who's just like watching you and like really like idealizing you. Like I feel like you're just this ideal image that I feel like you're just being admired right now. I don't know. I feel like just like people, outside people, even like strangers who just don't even know you, kind of just like wonder what it's like to be you, and like wonder what it's like to like actually live the life that you live. And like, I don't know. I feel like you're very crisp, clean, and pristine. I don't know why. I feel like you're very like good with like your grooming. Like you're very good with like, I don't know, like your exterior appearance. Like I feel like you take very good care of yourself. I don't know why I just thought of like a blazer or a suit, but I feel like you take really good care of like yourself. So I feel like not only do you like try to like uphold like your value about like your life and like just like who you are, but I feel like also like just like your physical appearance. Like I feel like you kind of have to like, in order to like uphold this image, it has to be an actual image of like you as well. So I feel like you are the exact representation of what you set out in the world, and I feel like you're very aware of that, and like you can do no wrong when it comes to like yourself. Like I said, you are grounded in your truth, and like you know your intentions, and you don't care whether or not that other may think otherwise. You know, I feel like that is just a good grip that you have. You have life by the balls. Okay, I'm gonna say that. You have life by the balls, and you have a very good grip of those balls. Okay, and yeah, I think I have been talking too much, and that is the message today. I love you.